Alright, Winnipeg, we are back, and I decided to fly down to Dallas with the team, so we're going to jump in for about the last 3.5 minutes. And as I say that, there is a goal by Dallas. Who was it? Evgeny Dadonov scores for Dallas, and they take a 2-1 lead with 3 minutes 12 left to go in the third. I probably should have kept simming, but let's keep going. Come on, Henrique, win this one. Back to Carlo, up to Gunler. Come on, skate it up, Gunler. There we go. There's keep passing. Ooh, and we answer right back. About a minute later, Radek Faxa. Good. 2-2. Pretty even. 32 shots Winnipeg, 31 shots Dallas. 2-2 tie with 2.5 minutes to go. Alright, Henrique, win this one again. And we lose it. Shot on goal. Come on, Shed. There we go. Come on, defense. Nice. Attack. Let's go. Ooh, Robertson. Oh, come on. Clear the puck. And that's an icing. Come on, Henrique, and it's back. And there's a shot on goal. Come on, Morrissey, Henrique. Let's play the puck up. Come on. Pass it up, Carlo. Got 13 seconds left, and that's an icing with 6 seconds. And that is the end of regulation. We are headed to a 5-minute overtime. Scores is 2-2, 34 shots on goal for Dallas, 32 for Winnipeg. All right, come on, Scheifele. Let's go. Scheifele and Ehlers. Let's put this game away right here. We won the faceoff, and that was a big turnover by Scheifele. Jamie Benz got it, skating up the ice rather slowly, if I might add. Morrissey's on the cover, nice. Come on, Gunler. Oh, and that's a turnover. Robertson skating up, the young superstar, waiting for the line change to come in. He just dumps it in, but it goes over the glass. Ooh, I'm going to have to change that. Remember to change that. Gunler cannot be doing faceoffs there. It's got to be Henrique. And there's a shot that went wide. Morrissey picks it up. Back to Henrique, to Morrissey. Skate it up, Gunler. Attack. You got Wyatt Johnston there. And it goes out. And we're going to do a line change. Adam Lowry, good. Alright. Come on, Peak. Let's go. And that's a big giveaway. Come on, Henry. Go, Lowry. You got the breakaway. The game's on your stick. And he gives it away. Mason Marchment comes up. He's going to dump it in. Looks like it goes for an icing, so we'll have a face-off with 3 minutes left. Come on, Ehlers. There we go. One time that. Peak. That's going to go for an icing as Andrew Peak tries to chase it down. And there's 2:44 left in overtime. Come on, Ehlers. Get this. One time it. Shoot it. Keep shooting. Oh, come on. All right. And that one goes back over the glass. All right, Ehlers. Come on. And up from Harley up to Sokolov. Andrew Peak's got him covered. Almost stole that puck away. There was a shot on goal, but Hellebuck stops it. Come on, Noah Gunler. And he loses the face-off. I'm going to have to remember to change that in our lines. Can't be having Gunler do that. Just under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Ehlers is going to lose the face-off, but there's a shot. Steal back. Come on, get the puck. And we lose in overtime 3-2 on a game-winning goal by... It doesn't say. But we still lose in overtime. So here we are. 3-2 loss to the Dallas Stars in overtime. It was not a very good night for our special teams. 0 for 4 on the power play. I'll get to that one later. But who had that overtime winner? Sam Steele. His first goal of the season was the overtime winner to beat us. Well, we'll get back to it versus St. Louis in a couple days. And we're back here with a couple emails. Cole Perfetti was hurt. Nothing too major. We'll look at that. He can still play. And the media says Scheifele not to blame. Again, we're going to go with the whole team looked bad. We were 0 for 4 on the power play. That is, we could have easily won this game with just 1 or 2 of those goals. So you can't just blame him. Let's have a look at Cole Perfetti's injury. Ooh, he has a grade 1 concussion, 2 to 3 weeks. So Vladislav Nemesnikov, you're finally getting some playing time. Send Perfetti to the injured list. And before I forget, let's go change these lines. I got them in the wrong order. So Henrique, Scheifele, Ehlers. Whoop, there it is. Adam, Henrique for Noah Gunler. 3-on-3, 4-on-4. Yeah, we need Henrique and Ehlers to be taking the faceoffs there until Kyle Connor comes back. But as I said, we did lose 3-2. And the next thing I wanted to do was talk about the power play. I spoke with our with our coaching staff, and they decided not to make any changes, even though we were just 0 for 4 in that game, which actually cost us probably the win. But they decided not to make any changes on the power play because once Kyle Connor comes back in 1 to 2 months, we should be much, much better. And there really wasn't anyone to trade for, and it's not really costing us. We're all the way back down to 11% on the power play. It's not really costing us a lot of losses, even though it just did this time. Our regular 5-on-5 offense can carry us until Kyle Connor comes back, but at that point, if it fails, we might really have to make some changes, probably around the trade deadline. We'll see what happens with that. And the second thing I was kind of looking around at, we don't have a second round pick for this year, but we do have a couple prospects who are decent that we could still maybe trade away. Either one of these guys, if we tried to do a trade, I think I saw the Carolina Hurricanes for, I would like to get a second round pick because I don't know what future drafts are going to be like. So if we threw in someone like Alphonse Friege and maybe our third round pick, I would like to move up, and maybe Carolina's second round pick. It says, I think they would probably accept this, so that might be something to look at as we get closer to the trade deadline or even in the off season. But I think just having one first and then skipping the second and going all the way to the third is probably gonna hurt us. We could really get some good prospects here. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Right here with the scouting, there's going to be way too many decent players to let go in the second round all the way until the third. But we'll see about that a little bit later on. I'm going to go ahead and sim to our next game. And we're back here Monday, December 2nd. We actually did not make it to the game versus St. Louis. We have an email here. Brad Lambert converts to right wing. Let's see what he's looking like. Pretty good two-way forward. Maybe a setup man playmaker. His face-offs aren't really that well, but if he's going to be a winger, he could be that setup man. He's already got pretty good physical with the speed and acceleration, and his passing, puck handling, and offensive read are pretty well. The fans are very pleased with me. No need to worry about my job, so that's very good. And we're going to go ahead and sim all the way through this week. Alright, we're back here, and we only made it to Sunday, but Logan Stanley has come back off the injured list. He's ready to go. His contract, 2 years at $1 million. I'm going to go ahead and shop him and see if I can find any trades right now, because I don't want him on the team, and I don't really want to send him down, so we're just going to see what the offers are for him. 25-year-old defenseman, you know, I might just go with a 6th round pick if I don't see anything that's too enticing. There's a lot of 6th round pick here. Alex Petrovic, no. 6th. Scott Walford, Zach Bogosian, Gustav Lidstrom. More 6th round picks, yeah, nothing. Probably just a 6th round pick to an Eastern Conference team. Don't really want him in the West to come back and bite us later. So let's just do Washington here. We'll just go ahead and accept that trade. It'll also free up some cap space for us. And we're here on Sunday, December 8th still. So let's go ahead and check the emails, see if anything happened. What's this trade? Ryan Reeves. Ryan Reeves for a 3rd. Wow. Toronto fleeced the Islanders with that one. My goodness. Any more? Washington, Winnipeg, and that was ours. So that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and just sim one more day so we can come back to Monday. And we're back. It's Monday, December 9th. As you can see, we beat Columbus yesterday. But these emails, Nino Niederreiter hurt out 4 weeks. Alright, now we might have to start maybe making some changes. See who was on the injured list. Niederreiter. Oh, Jared Anderson Dolan, he might come up for Niederreiter instead of sending him down. So we're going to bring him to the active roster. Switch him out with Nino Niederreiter. 16 points and 29 and -1. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and switch him out. Put Niederreiter to the injured list for a couple months. He and Brandon Carlo should, or not Carlo, what did I say that? Kyle Connor should be up 1 to 2 months, 1 to 2 months. So that's another big hit, those three right there. Let's check the lines. Jared Anderson Dolan back checking forward. Yeah, sounds about right. We'll just go ahead and do this right now. Pretty good defensive player. All right. And let's go look at the schedule, how we did. So we left off with Dallas. So we lost 4-1 to St. Louis. Let's see what happened there. We gave up 3 goals in the first. We were 0 for 4 on the power play again. And they got a power play goal. That is brutal. And we lose 4-3 to Buffalo. Ooh. That's not good. That's 3 losses in a row. 0 for 4 on the power play. But our penalty kill shut them out. So that was good at least. That's one bright side. And we bounced back with a win on Saturday, Hockey Night in Canada, with a 5-3 win over the Blackhawks. Jack Studnicka with 2 points, Nemesnikov with 2 assists. Good for him. See how our special teams did. 0 for 4 on the power play again. That is god-awful atrocious. But somehow we got the win. But we cannot continue to play on the power play like that. And then we come back yesterday with a 3-2 win over Columbus. 2 goals for Christensen. That's Columbus. It was an overtime win. Who got lucky on that one. See what happened down here. We were 1 for 5. And they, again, that almost could have cost us a loss on our power play, just like it did in Dallas. And Columbus scored 1 power play goal. So that was last week, and we will go ahead and sim 1 more week, and I'll pick it back up on the 16th. And we're here on Sunday, December 15th. We do have another injury to Colton Sissons. It is 3 to 4 months, a torn ab muscle. That's rough. Let's go to the injured list. Day-to-day for Cole Perfetti. Can he come up and replace? He can. So we're going to take a risk here and see what happens. We're going to trade out Sissons for Cole Perfetti. And then we'll send him to the injured list. And we'll go to our lines and make those changes. And I'll bring him back when I'm done. Alright, here we are. So I have made the changes. Perfetti's on that first line. Gunler moved down to the second line. And Nemesnikov is now on the fourth line with Anderson Dolan still on that third line. Let's go ahead and check our emails from the last week. See if anything exciting happened. Trade Ruslan Ishkov for a 4th. Don't have him scouted. Hopefully he's good for them. Anything else? And not really anything else. So we're going to go ahead and delete those. And it is only Sunday, but we'll just go ahead and look at what happened this past week for us. Oh, on the 14th, a 2-1 win over the Montreal Canadiens. They were 0 for 5, but we were 0 for 3. And a loss to the Vegas Golden Knights on December the 12th. What happened in that one? 0 for 3 on the power play, but we shut them out on their power play, so that was good. We had a 2-1 win over Boston right after Columbus. It was Scheifele, and it was an overtime winner by Adam Henrique. Nice. We were 0 for 1 on the power play, but we shut them out. So let's have a look. We were, I believe it was 11%. It's down to 9%, and we are dead last in the league in power play at 9%. But our penalty killing is up to 86.5, and we are second in the league. We've played 32 games. Scheifele's the only almost point per game player, but Velarde and Ehlers are more or less right there, so we can't really complain too much about that. So that looks good for that, and just going to go ahead and sim 1 more day. And as you can see here, Connor Hellebuck is actually doing pretty good, but Frederik Andersen there in Carolina really is going to get that Vezina. They've got 48 points already. 1 behind Boston. Ooh, we beat Boston, who's in a President's Trophy place right now. That's nice, but yeah, Connor Hellebuck's not going to win that Vezina unless we win a Stanley Cup this year. It's going to be Frederik Andersen if he keeps playing like that. And we're here on Monday the 16th, so we're going to go ahead and sim 1 week again. And we're back on Monday, December 23rd. We're going to have a quick look at the emails. Anything, another trade here. Thomas Tatar for a second. 34-year-old playmaker went for a second round pick. Wow, good for them. Anyone else? Trevor Zegers has a good game. Nemesnikov converts. Anderson Dolan, Perfetti back soon. That's good. Kyle Connor ready to practice. Good. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and delete all those. We got the important ones. And once again, I forgot to set our goalie starts. So we are at Toronto. I'm going to go ahead and give Comrie this start, and then back to the normal starter, and then give the backup again in this back-to-back from Colorado and Nashville to finish out December. And I promise I will get that next time for January, because we don't need Connor Hellebuck getting too tired too fast, excuse me. And we'll have a look at the schedule, how we did. It was pretty good, 3-0 this week. We'll look at San Jose, 3-1 win. We were 0 for 3 on the power play. I'm not too worried about our penalty kill anymore. It's almost perfect. 3-2 win over Anaheim on the second night of a back-to-back. We were 1 for 2. There we go, 50%. That's going to help us out. And our third game was a 3-1 win over Minnesota. See what happened in that game. Back to 0 for 2 on the power play. Again, we shut them out on the power play, but it was 9% last week. What is it? It's 9.4. It went up, but it's still last. And there we go. Scheifele Velarde up to 32 points. Again, climbing back closer to more of a point per game player. And Scheifele at 36. Got 25 goals, 23 assists. Nice. Let's see here. We've lost a couple games, so everyone's being more unhappy. I wonder if a click formed and I just missed it. Harmony. No? Open hostility. We've been winning. We're almost 10 games over 500 at 21, 12, and 2. I believe we're still in first, but I could be wrong. So we are in first by a pretty large margin, even though Dallas has 3 games in hand. They're 9 points down. So even if they win those 3, they're still going to be 3 points down. So, we're in a pretty healthy position. I'm not sure why everyone's mad. It's been a good week for us. Let's sim ahead one more week. Let's take it all the way to January 1st. And we're back here on Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. We're going to go through and see if there's any good emails here. Perfetti, almost ready to go. That's good. Ooh, trade between New Jersey, New York, Paul Cotter. Nice. Good trade. The Islanders are getting a lot of players building up for a playoff run. And just as I say that, Lou Lamoriello was fired as the GM of New York after them making all those trades. Adam Henrique converts to center. That's what I'd like to see. And another trade, Max Pacioretty for a second-round pick. That's probably one of the few trades that's actually worth a second. McDavid. Alright, here we go. Player poll results. Best skater, McDavid. Yeah, Carlson. Hardest shot, McDavid. Fastest. Best role model, Nicholas Backstrom. Wow, okay. Controversial, Evander Kane. Overrated, Jacob Vrana. I don't know about that. Toughest goalie, Shesterkin. Coach you like most to play for, Martin St. Louis. Alright. Rasmus Kupari can resume skating. Top selling jersey, Hellebuck again. Development report. Whoop, went too far. Anderson Dolan, Noah Gunler getting open and hitting. Alright, getting open. Still 23 years old. His getting open went up by 1. Not sure why hitting went up, but was 200 pounds. That could be useful, I suppose. What was the third one? Velarde aggression. No, thank you. Top selling jersey. Andrei, Kuzmenko, McDavid, Matthews, Draisaitl, Pastrnak, Ovechkin. Big month for the Oilers, McDavid and Freddie Anderson. So we're going to go ahead and delete all those. Let's check our finances, see if we made any money. And we did. Probably made a good 200 points, I guess. Our schedule, here we go. We have all of those home games. So we're going to leave it at the bonus. It's going to cost us those 20 points, but hopefully we're up around 600 by the time this month alone is done. That'll be pretty healthy financially for us going into next season. Scouting, any tournaments too, so we're just going to go ahead and send these 2 scouts out there. And let's go and see if we scouted Ivan Rybkin, because I'm really eyeing him. Let's see if we can find him here. Here he is. Okay, not only 17 years old though, so not too bad. Those passing and puck handling, yep, face-offs at 13. He's already super fast. 5'11", 200 pounds, pretty good from Russia. I'm gonna keep my eye on that guy. He might be our late first round pick. Everyone seems very unhappy again. Did something else happen that I missed? Well, still no click, but here we go. Here's Aston Reese and Morrissey's about to go down. Anderson Dolan's only got 2, but yeah, these 4, 4, 3, 3, 3. Still got a couple months, but we're surviving. We're 22, 14, and 3. Back to the team injuries. Ooh, day-to-day for Connor and Niederreiter. These guys, they can come back and play, but I'm going to wait until they're fully healed because I need them back. Sisson still has 2 to 3 months. So, I believe we got everything. So, oh, I did forget. I almost forgot again. Goalie starts. Let's see. So, we'll go through the whole month. Anaheim can be Eric Comrie. He could get a start. Then back to the starter. Here we go. Colorado. Hopefully, Comrie can be Colorado without McKinnon and all those guys. So, 14th, 16th, 18th. Utah, we'll go with a starter. Back to Colorado, the backup Eric Comrie. 24, 26, 28, 30th, and the first at Washington will be Eric Comrie. Now we will go ahead and simulate another week to January 6th. And we're back. It's Monday, January 6th. We're going to go ahead and just check the emails real fast. Owner confidence is the fans are very pleased. And they should be. We're 23, 14, and 4, and we have hit the 50-point mark, and we are first in the Central. No need to worry about my job. Mid-season hockey contenders, yeah. Frederick Anderson for that Vezina. We're not gonna beat him. There's no way. But Hellebuck is second, so if somehow Carolina misses the playoffs by some miracle, or we win the Stanley Cup and Connor Hellebuck is a Conn Smythe winner, he might just get the Vezina, but I highly doubt it. Any other emails here? A trade. Marshall Warren for a 4th. Stamkos on the block already. My goodness, what is he doing in Nashville? 42 points and 36, a +1. It's not too bad for a first year on a new team, but he is a old rugged veteran. And Thatcher Demko for a 5th. Wow. Okay. What was his contract? Ooh. Alright, well, I guess, disruptive hostility. I wonder if that's why they traded him. They have Semyon Varlamov. Ooh. They are 21, 13, and 4. I don't know why they did that, but Thatcher Demko. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and delete all those. Whoop, I'm still on Vancouver. There we go. And we did have a Zach Aston Reese injured hip strain 1 to 2 months. Let's check the injured list. I might just bring Connor Niederreiter back, or just Niederreiter to replace Zach Aston Reese. Here. Let's do this real quick. Send him to the injured list. And let's have a look at the schedule to see what happened. So we beat Detroit on Saturday, January 4th, 4 to 2. We were 0 for 2 on the power play. Of course we were, but we still got the win, so it's not hurting us. And we lost 6 to 5 in overtime, but I believe Eric Comrie was in the net for that game. Yep. And we were 0 for 3 on the power play, but they were 0 for 4. So we got a point. It didn't really cost us a loss, but anyone on waivers? There are players on waivers. And even with that 20, we were at 328. We dropped down, or we were at 348, I believe. We dropped down to 328, and we were already back up to almost 318. Yeah, 348 back up, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home games to go. So it's looking pretty good here. Our next game is in Nashville tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and simulate one more week. And we're back here after we did lose 5-2 to Nashville. We'll go ahead and look at that one. That was a bad loss for Hellebuck. They were 2 for 4 on the power play. We were 1 for 3. That's probably why we lost. But let's see what this email is. Lowry not to blame. Of course he's not. It's always a team effort. And let's finish simming the week. And we're back. It's only Saturday, but we have big news. Kyle Connor is returning to the lineup since like the first week of the season. Any emails here? Trade rumors, nothing important. Let's get Kyle Connor back. We're just going to go ahead and reset the lines how they were, and I'll just fill in all the blanks here. So Bemstrom, yep. Jared Anderson, Dolan. We do not need Noah Gunler anymore. What did he do for us? 28 points, 35 games, a +9. That was nice job filling in for Kyle Connor there, but we are going to put Anderson, Dolan, and Nemesnikov down on that fourth line as defensive players. And our power play, now we have a full first line here. Let's see what happens. What is our power play right now? We're at 12%, but we're still last. So we're going to remember that. This, in even 12%. Let's see at about the end of the month what happens with Kyle Connor back in that line. And the penalty killing, this is going to be hard to put back in. Jared Anderson, Dolan, Nemesnikov, fill in right there. So let's go ahead and change that. Lowry, let's put Radek Faxa up in there. We do not want Jared Anderson Dolan with the face-offs. We need a center for that. And we'll put Henrique on the second and move Anderson Dolan down with Ehlers. So that looks pretty good. And now we're back. Ehlers, Scheifele, Connor, and Morrissey. Connor, Scheifele, and Morrissey. There we go. So that should be a big, huge help for us. And we still have 1 to 2 months for Aston Reese and 2 to 3 months. That might hurt our penalty killing, having those two out for the next few months, at least 2 months. So we're going to go ahead and finish out the week. We only made it 1 day before Radek Faxa got injured. So we'll check that out. Delayed treatment for Neil Pionk. 1 to 2 weeks. We'll see about that. Media praises Kyle Connor. You know what? That was his first game back from missing like 3 months of play, so we're gonna say that he did stand out amongst his teammates. Just for that one time, it might have been about him. So Neil Pionk, 1 to 2 weeks. We're gonna go ahead and put Emil Bemstrom, Eric Brandstrom in there to replace him. My gosh, and a good two-way defenseman, so it shouldn't hurt us too bad. It's very late at night. I'm getting my words twisted. I apologize for that. And we'll just go ahead. It's Sunday, so we're going to go ahead and check out what happened on the schedule. We lost to Nashville, I covered, but we had back-to-back wins, 6-3 against LA and 5-1 over Colorado. So we'll go ahead and check the LA Kings game. 1 for 3 on the power play and 0 for 3 on the penalty kill for the Kings. That is a good win. Who was our power play goal? Nikolai Ehlers. Good. We'll go ahead and check the other game, Colorado. We did win 5-1. Winnipeg, 3 for 3 on the power play, 0 for 2 for Colorado. And that was Eric Comrie as well. Good job. 28 of 29 shots. We took 42 shots against Colorado. Let's check on the power play goals. Who were they? John Klingberg, Velarde, and Scheifele. Nice. That was a great power play game. Nothing from Kyle Connor yet, but he was there in support. Injuries. Everything's good. Yep, waivers, nothing. Go ahead and finish out this week until tomorrow. And we're back Monday, January 13th. So we'll go ahead and see Radek Faxa. Yep, still good. Pionk is ready to play, but we're going to leave him out a few games. Waivers, nothing. Staff trade. I did want to look at how close is Ovechkin, because we will track that as we go through this year. Hopefully he catches Wayne Gretzky by the end, but let's just see how close he is. 868 to 894. He might. How many goals does he have this season? He's at 15 goals. He doesn't really have the supporting cast like he does in real life. But I think if not this year, it will be next year. But we will continue to track that. And as it gets closer, we might even jump into a game to see if he breaks the record. But we're going to go ahead and sim through the next week. And we're back here Monday, January 20th. Nothing, no emails that are important, so we're just going to go ahead and delete all of those. And Noah Gunler, yes. Pionk, 1 to 2 months, 2 to 3 months. All right, let's have a look at the schedule, see how we did. We beat Vancouver 5 to 1. That was a pretty good game. 1 for 4 for Vancouver on the power play, but we were 1 for 1, 100%. That's really going to help our stats. And we beat Seattle 4 to 0. Nice shutout win. Who was our goalie in that game? Connor Hellebuck, nice job. Ooh, 0 for 4 on the power play. That is not good. But we get a huge win there. And then 4 to 2 win over Calgary on Hockey Night in Canada. See what happened in this game. Hellebuck again, 0 for 1 on the power play. But our penalty kill continues to thrive for us. And that's it for this week. Let's sim ahead one more week. And we're back. It's Monday, January 27th. We'll just go ahead and check these emails. We got a trade between New York and the Utah HC. Again, it's the New York Islanders trading to and from their team after their GM got fired. So we're just going to go ahead and delete those. We'll have a look here at the squad. Andrew Peak, wrist soreness, day-to-day. Anything on waivers? Nope. So let's have a look at our schedule. And we beat Utah 2 to 0 on the shutout. First game of the week. That's good. 0 for 2 on the power play. Not surprised. And we beat Colorado again 6 to 3. Scored 3 in the second, 2 in the third. 1 for 3 on the power play, but we did give up 1 power play goal there. They were 1 for 5, but that was a good win for us. And we beat Utah 4 to 3 in a shootout. See what happened. We were both 1 for 3 on the power play, so that's not too bad. We were... Oh, we lost that game. No. Did I look at the wrong one? Oh, we did, but we went ahead. We had a game Monday. That's where I was confused. Here we go. We'll just look at this one now. We lost 4 to 3 to Calgary, but that was a shootout loss. And we were 0 for 4 on the power play. I don't know what to do right now. But we did get 1 point, so right now we're doing well. We're doing 31, 15, and 5. We are pulling well ahead in the Central. Yeah, we have 13 points and only 3 games in hand, and 15 points with 2 games in hand. This division should be ours with about 31 games left. But we can't get complacent. We still have a lot of games to play. We can really lose it here. And info, let's check the harmony. They wrote quiet hostility, but yep, as you can see, one of them went away. There's no clicks, and next month, here in a couple days, Morrissey and Aston Reese will go, so quiet hostility will hopefully go more towards the green. Let's check Connor Hellebuck's stats. He's 29, 11, and probably like 2 or 3 overtime losses, but he's got 5 shutouts, a 921, and a 227. That's very good. And Eric Comrie now has a couple wins, but he's 2-4-0 with probably 1 or 2 overtime losses. 884 and a 388. We might want to think about replacing him just in case. But everything is good for now, so we're just going to go ahead and sim to the end of the month. So here we are. It's Saturday, February 1st, and we're going to go ahead and check these emails quick. Top selling jersey, again, Connor Hellebuck. Let's check this development report. Gunner professionalism, Cole Perfetti Positioning went up. Nice. All right, I'll take that. Yeah, he's 23 years old. Slowly growing. Top selling jerseys. Taylor Hall, Matthews, McDavid, Draisaitl, Ovechkin, Pasternak. All right. That seems pretty good for that. We're going to go ahead and check our monthly budget to see how we did this month. And yes, from 348 to 602, that's what I wanted to see. Only 3 home games here. We're going to go ahead and actually drop it down to no change for those 3. And see if we're up to 620, see what we can do there. We're go ahead and do the scouting here. Again, we're just going to go the 4 Nations face-off. That's a new thing in, I guess, non-Olympic years. Perhaps in place of the All-Star game because it is February 1st. So we're just going to go ahead and go across. I forgot Pete, Kutzat, and Kiel Dalin. Alright, there's that. Let's go ahead and change the watch, the priorities. We'll go to Western Europe. Prospects International, yeah. Western Europe. Sweden, yep, they're good. Let's check how are we doing. We're up to 14. We're up to from second last to, or from dead last all the way up to third last. From 32nd to 30th, we're up to 14.1. So it's got to be at least above 14, and we're still second at almost 87% penalty killing. 52 points for Scheifele, 48 Ehlers, Velarde 45, so we're doing pretty well. 33, 15, and 5, 71 points. Data, yep. Harmony, that should go away, I hope. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Yep, Gudner's still there. Neil Pionk for Eric Brandstrom. I'm going to change this back out. How did Brandstrom do for us? 9 games, no points, but he was a +5, so he didn't contribute offensively, but he also didn't hurt us. Go ahead and do the goalie stats. I'm going to have to try to get Eric Comrie more starts because Hellebuyck's already at 45 starts. Comrie's at 10. So maybe the away games Comrie can start in February because we want Hellebuyck to stay hot through the playoffs because we're pretty much going to get there now. Home is going to be Hellebuyck, home Hellebuyck, and Eric Comrie can start in San Jose and start. We're going to give Comrie 2 starts in February, especially because one of these is going to be a back-to-back, and the Flyers are going to be back to Connor Hellebuyck there. So because this is a short month, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 7 games. I might just sim the entire month and see what happens. So I'll bring it back if anything important happens. So here we are. We just simmed through the entire month of February. Nothing too major happened. It was a bit of a rough month for us, I will say. But we'll start with the bottom of the emails here from February. The fans are pleased. No need to worry. That was good. And trade Mark Gadcombe for a 7th. Nothing special there. Zach Aston Reese was ready. I believe he went back to the active roster. Steve Santini for a 7th. Media criticizes Scheifele. We did lose that game pretty bad, but I defended him to the media. Trade between Tampa and Utah. Connor Geekie for a 1st. Wow, that's a pretty good, that's worth a 1st round pick, I think. Good young player like that. And let's go back down, see what happened. Here we had this trade, Santini, yeah. Media criticizes, I lost my place. Reinhardt, nothing. Trade, that was the Connor Geekie, alright. Tampa Bay and Los Angeles. Toby Paquette for a 6th. Nothing special there. Let's see what else. Another trade. Yanis Moser for a 2nd. That's a pretty decent trade. Good young defenseman there. Well, not too young, 24. Oliver Wahlstrom for a 3rd on that to Toronto between the Islanders trading again. Tampa Bay and New Jersey. Roman Schmidt for a 2nd round pick. Another good young defense. A lot of good young defensemen are being traded. I might have to get in on that. And Hughes and Pedersen, top of the month. Tampa and Anaheim. Isaac Lindstrom. That would have been a nice one to get. Tampa Bay, loading up a good young center. The top-selling jerseys, Aiden Hill in Vegas. Oh, UC Saros in Nashville. Giroux, Kane, Hedman. Wow. Where is McDavid's there in 16th and Matthews in 18th. Draisaitl 19th. The development report, what happened this year? Nothing. Comrie down and Hellebuck down. That's not too good. Trade Tampa Bay, Nashville. Curtis Lazar, a 30-year-old center for a second-round pick. That might be a stretch. Morrissey involved in off-ice incident. I don't know what he's doing. He's one of our best players. We can't keep having that happen. It's going to really ruin our season. You'll see how bad our month of February was here in a second. Declan Carlisle, a good young defenseman for a 5th. What was this one? Bo Horvat for a 1st to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So they signed him to a huge contract and then they traded him away. My goodness. Anything else here? No. So we're just going to go ahead and delete those. I think I got the major ones. We're going to go ahead and we're into March, so we're going to set our monthly budget here. We'll go back up from 0. Let's go to 6 because we do have a good like 6 or 7 or 8 games here. Let's go to the scouting. Tournaments, yep. Asia Winter Games. We'll just go ahead and go across again. Not overly concerned about this. And should I reset the priorities? Canada, yeah. Let's go rest of the world because of the Asia Winter Games. We'll just see what there is to uncover. Japan, China, Korea, yeah. That should be good. And now the worst part, the schedule of February. Started off with a loss to Washington. It was a shootout loss, so we did get a point there. They were 1 for 5. We were 1 for 2. Not too bad, I suppose. And then another loss to Carolina. This was huge. We did lose in a shootout. It was between Freddie Anderson and Hellebuck. We were 0 for 4. They were 0 for 3. So both teams very good defensively with outstanding goalies. But it was Peter Kochkov in that one. And they still beat us. And we got shut out to the Islanders. That was not a good start. 3 losses in a row. 0 for 6 on the power play, but they were 0 for 5. We'll have to really look at that next year. And our 4th loss in a row in February, a 2-1 loss shootout. So we were getting points, but losses, we need to see wins. And 0 for 3 on the power play. Then we bounced back here with a win against San Jose, 5-3. It's good. We scored 4 in the second. That's good. We should have beat them. 1 for 2, not too shabby. And then back on the losing streak here with back-to-back losses to Ottawa and New York, I believe. 4-1. They were 3 for 3 on the power play, the Ottawa Senators. That was not a good defensive effort for us. And the last game of February against the Nashville Predators was a 5-2 loss. We were 1 for 4. They were 2 for 5 on the power play. So not at all a good month of February. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We were like 1, 4, and 2 or 1, 4, and 3 in February. We did get points. We're still in first, but it was very rough. And Zach Aston Reese is back, so that might have been why we were doing so bad. Nemesnikov for Zach Aston Reese. We'll put him in there. I completely forgot about this one, but then we'll go back to check the penalty kill. Is he back in there? Where is Aston Reese? There we go. Okay, yep. And take you out and take you out. There we go. And we'll go ahead and check the info. 29th, 14.3 power play. So we didn't get worse, but we didn't get better. And 85% on the penalty kill. Good for second. We're going to have to check this team harmony again. Another off ice incident, but the good news is 2 months, 1 month, 1 month, two, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna try this to intervene. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. And it didn't. That's good. I'm so happy about that. And everyone is pretty happy. Gunler, Nemesnikov, Brandstrom. The trade deadline is coming up in a few days. And I don't know what I'm forgetting for March. We'll just go ahead and send these ones up. The goalie, probably for the rest of the season. So, starter, the Flyers, backup, yeah. Back-to-back New Jersey, starter, yep. I'll go a month now, and then we'll see if we want to go all the way to the end of the season or not. But starters, yep. 23rd, Washington, backup. Starters. Kings, starter, Utah, the backup. Hopefully Comrie can get that 20, 22, 23 starts by the time the season's all done. Edmund, we need to win against Chicago, so the starter's going in. And then against Edmonton, it's going to be Eric Comrie, and Anaheim is going to be the starter again. Prevent AI from making changes. Yes, don't know if that matters for this, but just in case. So let's go to the trade deadline. So here we are, it's Monday, March 3rd. We are at the trade deadline. The first order of business was the media praised Morrissey after the win. I went ahead and said it was a total team effort because it was. I believe we shut out the team that we beat. I forget who it was, but the fans are pleased. No need to worry about my job. We are 35-18-8, still a very healthy lead in the Central Division. And trade between St. Louis and New Jersey. Matt McKenzie getting some trades here. First for Pavel Buchnevich. Alexander Texier for a third. A sixth for Adam Raska. Matt Kessel for a fifth. Mackenzie McEachern for a fifth. And now it is our turn to conduct a trade. Well, here's one more. Jacob Middleton for Jackson Lacombe. Another good young defenseman being traded. I don't really want to trade away too many players, but that second round pick to Carolina, I would like to see if they would make that trade. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. You can just do it with me here. Let's try Kevin He for that second round pick. See if they can just do this one for a second. Is it worth it? Absolutely not. Okay, let's throw a third in there. See what happens. Offer trade, finalized. There we go. So we get that second round pick that I wanted this year. Yep, Carolina, and I get the second round pick. Carolina for Kevin He and a third. If you guys think that was a bit much, you can let me know. But we do have more prospects, so let's just go ahead and see what teams have for their second round draft picks. I think we might have just got lucky with Carolina. They're in a President's Trophy race. I got my first and second round pick though, so that's pretty good. We're just going to leave it at that. Let's see, the first game of the year was a 5-0 shutout against the Flyers. And we were 0 for 2 on the power play, but Hellebuck, they only took 15 shots. We took 38, not too bad. Cal Peterson was in the net for the Flyers. We did finances, we did scouting. Let's check the scouting, the watch list, to see how much of the prospects we have for our first and second round pick. Where is he? Ivan Ryabkin. Yeah, that would be. I'm targeting him. He always sims really well. I'm targeting Ivan Ryabkin, the Russian. All right. So we'll go ahead and sim ahead 1 week, see what happens. And with that shutout over Philly, the Connor Hellebuck has moved. He only has 32 wins, but he has surpassed Frederik Andersen in save percentage, and he is now first in goals against, even though we just got tied with Andersen. But that might push us over the top for that Vezina, even though Carolina has 89 points already. 1-0 loss. That hurts. But we are at 80. We do have a very healthy lead, though. That was a good 2-0 win. And here we are. We'll just keep going with the emails. Nothing really. Media criticizes Nikolai Ehlers. I'm going to agree with the criticism just for that one. Let's check the media, how the media is responding to the players. Cheerleader, positive, neutral. Okay. Nothing, still positive for Ehlers, because I agreed with them. But, yes, I'm not sure what I was saying again, but let's just keep finishing out this week. Got 2 more days. Hellebuck, a 912 goals against, 925 save percentage, and 34 wins. Big game against Carolina, and we win. Hellebuck shuts out Carolina and Freddie Anderson. That's huge. That's going to be a huge for the Vezina Trophy. And we're 38, 19, and 8, 84 points. February was not a good month for us, but we're about a week and a half into March, and we already have 2 more shutouts. So here we are on Monday, March 10th. No big emails. So we're going to go ahead and check the schedule again. 5-0, 5-1 win over the Islanders. How did we do with that game? 0 for 1 on the power play, of course. Why wouldn't it be? 1-0 loss to the Flyers. This one kind of hurt us. 0 for 2 on the power play. We could have won that one. But it was Comrie. He still had a 955 save percentage. It wasn't his fault. It was 1-0 in regulation. The team didn't help. And then we come back with a 2-0 win against New Jersey. And we were 0 for 1, but Connor Hellebuck, yep, 38 of 38. And then we come back with another 2-0 shutout over Carolina. Anderson. We were both 0 for 2. So again, a defensive game, but we just got lucky with those 2 goals. Hellebuck saved 41 shots. 41 of 41 against that offense. But that was a great game. We're 9th in goals for, but we are 1st. That Jennings Trophy, that could help Hellebuck get the Vezina as well. 1st in goals against per game. 1st in penalty killing. 2nd to last in power play. Went back down to 13.5. But, and everyone has some issues where we keep getting better. So we're going to go ahead and sim ahead another week. So here we go. We're only on Saturday, March 15th, but we did have an email. Brendan Carlo is hurt. A pinched nerve, 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to go ahead and not delay treatment. We're going to send him to the injury list just because we're going to have the playoffs coming up and we need him. So we're going to go ahead and put in Eric Brandstrom, and we'll go look at the schedule now, and my God. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 shutouts in a row. 5 shutouts in our last 8 games, and we beat the Rangers 1-0. They were we didn't have a power play, but they were 0 for 3. 29 of 29 for Hellebuck in a 1-0 shutout win against the Rangers, and then a 3-0 shutout win against Dallas. This defense, they were 0 for 3 on the power play. We were 0 for 2. But that is, let's go back there. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 shutouts in a row, and 5 in 7 games. 5 shutouts in our last 7 games, and 4 in a row. The penalty kill is up to 86. 158 goals this year. We should be trouncing the 2nd place team with all those shutouts. Hellebuck has 12 shutouts, a 930 save percentage, and 2 goals against. I built this team for defense on January 1st, the first day I took over, and it's really paying dividends. But we're going to go ahead and sim the next 2 days until Monday, see what happens over Seattle. And here we are again on March 17th. Nothing to look at there, so we're going to delete those. Yep, everything is good. So let's sim ahead another week. And here we are on Monday, March 24th. I'm going to go ahead and check these. Chaz Lucius, I have not even paid any attention at all to our AHL team. Might have to give them a quick look. Don't really care about this scouting stuff right now. We kind of already know what we're getting. Carlo. Citizens Day today, 1 to 2 weeks. But let's go ahead and check the schedule. A 3-0 loss to Edmonton. Did we give up the power play goals? No, we didn't. 0 for 5. We stopped Draisaitl, Hyman, and McDavid. Nice. We did lose 6-5 yesterday. But we got a point. There was a shootout loss. We were 1 for 3. They were 0 for 1. 808, 5 goals on 26 shots for Hellebuck. That was not his best effort. But we might have to reduce his playing time for the last 10 games of the season, 11 games of the season. We are assured of the playoffs now, and we don't want him to get too tired. But we did beat Vancouver here 4-2. We were 1 for 3 on the power play, 0 for 3 on the penalty kill. So yeah, let's see about Hellebuck here. Yeah, he's got 5. He's on fire. So back up. I want to give Comrie more starts. Back up, yeah. We're going to end the season on the backup. So he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So it's basically 50-50 for the rest of the season. Hellebuck is at 58 games. Comrie's only at 15. So yeah, he's got 12 shutouts for Hellebuck. We do not need him getting tired right as the playoffs appear. So he does need a break. So we're going to go ahead and just sim all the way the rest of the month until April 1st. Alright, so here we are on Tuesday, April 1st. We're just going to have a look at these emails. Media praises Morrissey for the win. On this one, I emphasize the team effort. Again, of course, Hellebuck, best-selling jersey on our team. Probably our best player, actually. The development report. Gunler, acceleration, Perfetti, screening, nothing too special. Top jerseys, Marner. Now it's Ville Husso. Anderson, Samsonov, Forsberg, Quick. My goodness. Goalies have 5 of the top 6 best-selling jerseys of the month of March. And Vegas, Jack Eichel, and Shesterkin, players of the month. So it is April. We are going to make the playoffs. We only have 3 home games, but for the monthly budget, we're going to jack it up to get that playoff revenue. Our scouting, there is a lot here. Again, we're just going to go over, just straight across here. And where were we? Davis Sullivan, Kutzak, Dahlin, Karlstrom, Gronstand, Martino, Leganchuk, and Renfrew. So that should be good for scouting priorities. I'm not really sure where we went, so we're just gonna... Did we do West? I don't think we did Western Europe, so we'll go to Western Europe. We should be pretty well scouted. So that was finances, scouting. Let's check the schedule for the end of March, see what happened. We beat Vancouver 4-3 in overtime. We were 0 for 3 on the power play. That's probably going to kill us in the playoffs when we have very good teams to go up against. But we did get that win. We beat New Jersey 3-1 in regulation. We were 0 for 1 on the power play. Not looking good. We lost to Washington 2-1. Tough loss. That was Eric Comrie. He still had a 900 save percentage, but we were 0 for 1 on the power play. And that was Washington. We lost to Buffalo 6-5. I did this one already. So that we are all caught up. Our lines are good. The 5-on-5, Eric Comrie is starting to warm up now, so that's good. He's had a couple good games to take some of the pressure off Hellebuck. The other thing that happened was Colton Sissons did come back, so I took out Anderson Dolan and put Sissons back in the lineup. And I wanted to check the OV watch just to see what's going on. So he's at 886. He only needs 8 more goals. So as we get to the end of next week, we might pop in to check the goals one more time just to see what happens. And the fans are pleased, no need to worry. We're 44, 22, and 9. 97 points, very comfortably in first in the Central. 97, 92, 81 points, yep. So let's just finish out the week. And it is Monday, April 7th. Ovechkin completed 1,500 games. Let's just go in the stats this way and see career stats, how many goals he has, if I have to go in or not. NHL 890. What is it? 896 is Gretzky's record. So we will perhaps track that with however many games they have. But Brendan Carlo's coming back at the right time. Go ahead and skip out on that. Going on waivers. How many games does Washington have left? Because I don't want to miss this record-breaking streak. They have 5 games left, and he only needs 6 goals. Oh, 4 goals. So we might have to just go day by day just to track that, because I want to make sure I get in to see what happens there. Media praises Nikolai Ehlers after the win. Emphasize the team effort. Brendan Carlo returns. Good. So just in time for the playoffs, we will have a full squad. Brandstrom for Carlo. We're just going to go ahead. Too many players. Who was it? Oh, Anderson Dolan. Yep, you can go to the AHL. Go on waivers, that's fine. Someone go be a starter on a different team, that's okay. 890. Let's go ahead one day. And then we'll go back and see. This might be slow and tedious, but I want to make sure I get in. 11-5 loss to Dallas. That is not good. Let's check history. 3 goals. Is he going to get it this year, or will it be like his very first goal of next season? Are we still in a Jennings? We have. Oh, we're not. That 11 goals killed us. Even with like 14 shutouts this season, that 11 goals absolutely killed us. I wonder who's in second. Is it Carolina? Yep, 190. Say, yeah, that 11 goals just killed us, because now we're 4 behind. That's rough. But all right, let's go ahead. How did we lose 11-5 to Dallas? Flames wave Devin Cooley. Okay. Let's go ahead and sim here. 5-1 loss. That's fine. It's Comrie. It's not Hellebuck, so that's fine. And a 5-2 win. He got that win, so that's fine. 53 goals for Matthews. 124 points for McDavid. All right, let's see. Go back to the history tracker. Oh, 1 more goal. When is their next game? It might be the last game of the season. Washington. Your schedule. Tomorrow is... I wonder if you can watch another team. I've never actually tried that before, but I want to see, because I'm going to go in. This is a history for tying it and history for breaking it. So I will pick it back up once I figure all of that out. So here we are. I did figure it out. We are going to watch the Washington Capitals against the New York Islanders to see if Ovechkin can tie and break Wayne Gretzky's goal scoring record. So let's jump in. So here we are at the end of the first period. There was a goal scored, but it was by Jacob Vrana. So nothing yet for Ovechkin. No assists, no goals. So we'll go ahead and sim the second period. And here we are back at the end of the second period. The New York Islanders are up 2-1. JGP, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, scored the 2 goals for the Islanders, and we are about to sim the third period. So here we are at the end of the third. The Islanders end up winning 3-1, and Connor Timmins scored the 3rd goal for the New York Islanders. Ovechkin had the puck on his stick, but nothing in this game, so we might jump into the next one. So here we are. It's the last game of the season for the Washington Capitals between Ovi and Sid the Kid Crosby. The last game of the season for both teams, so let's jump in. Ovi is still at 893, looking for that one to tie and one to break. Let's see if it happens in this one. Great 8 with his 41st goal of the season, 13:53 into the first period, scores his 894th goal to tie the great 1 here in Pittsburgh. Now we'll see if he can break the record. It's still, we're not even halfway through the first period yet, so we'll see. And we're back at the end of the first period. The score's 3-0 for the Washington Capitals on the stick of Vrana, Ovi, and Carlson. Let's go to the second. Here we are at the end of the second period, and Washington has extended their lead to 5-0 on the stick of Sandin and Stanley. Let's sim the third. So here we are back in Pittsburgh with just over a minute left. You can hear all of the fans in the PPG Paints Arena. I believe that's where they are in Pittsburgh, but they are on their feet because they recognize the greatness that is Ovechkin and the bitter rivalry between not only these two teams, but between Ovechkin and Crosby themselves over the last 20 years. With 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the game. 6-0 shutout Washington win. What a way for them to end the season. They get the shutout, and Ovi scores Wayne Gretzky's 894th tying goal. And there you have it, 6-0 on the goal by Ovechkin. And we are back. Here it's Thursday, April 17th. We just witnessed the greatness that is OV in Pittsburgh for their last game of the season. And our season here in Winnipeg has ended as well. 47, 26, and 9 at 103 points. Not too many emails here, so we're just going to go back and have a quick look at the schedule and see how we finished up the season. We lost to Anaheim. We beat Edmonton. We lost to Chicago. We lost to Dallas 11-5. I think that probably cost us the Jennings Trophy. Yep. 213 to Carolina was first at 205. Yeah, that 11 goals was not good. But also when I put in the backup for like 5 games out of the last 10 just to give Connor Hellebuyck a break was not the best move to capture that stat. But in the end, we were, let's see, we were first in the Central with 103 points. Not too shabby for year number 1, 47, 26, and 9. We'll go ahead and look at the stats here for the team. Let's look at the offensive stats. Points, 71 for Ehlers. He kind of dropped off. 71 and 82 is not too bad. 68 and 82 is not too bad. And Henrique, 61. Power play goal, yeah, only 8 power play goals, and that was Morrissey on the power play. 16 points on the power play. That was god-awful this year. My gosh. But, all right, let's look at the defensive stats. Defense, here we go. Games, yep, 82 hits. 163 for Morrissey, 154 for Cole Perfetti. Let's look at giveaways to takeaways. 75 takeaways to 13 giveaways for Morrissey. He is a true leader of the team. Klingberg, 61-17, 54-28 for McCabe. Yeah, pretty good here. 48-14 for Peak. Yeah, our defense. Pionk, 44-23. That was good. 15-5 for Eric Brandstrom, the few games that he played. And for the goalie stats. Is that on here anywhere? Here we go. Connor Hellebuyck went 41-16-5 with 12 shutouts, a 923 and a 221. That should be very good for a Vezina Trophy. We gave the Jennings away to Frederik Andersen, so that might push him over the top. But the only goal that I want is the Stanley Cup. The Jennings, the Vezina, they don't matter. This team needs its Stanley Cup. So I will take it up to the awards in a couple days. We'll just sim ahead one day at a time here. To the 19th nothing. And the award nominees. I thought that was supposed to show up. Maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. But anyways, Hellebuyck for that Vezina is probably about the only one we have. I might be a GM or a coach of the year, but not too worried about it. Let's go to the playoffs tomorrow. Oh, here it is. We just had to go ahead one day. So the Hart Trophy, of course, Matthews, McDavid, Draisaitl, the Vezina, yep. Connor Hellebuck's probably the only one. The Norris, Theodore Petrangelo, and John Carlson, Calder, Stankoven, Celebrini, and Lavoie. Executive of the... I'm not even the executive of the year. The Selke, Radek Faxon, nice. That defense. 43 points, 82 games at plus 17. He might get that. Nope, it's going to go to Barkov. 100%. Lady Bing, nothing special. Messier leadership. Jamie Benn, Michael Backlund, Mario Ferraro, Ted Lindsay, Draisaitl, McDavid Matthews, Jack Adams, not even in there, but okay. And that's it for those. Let's take a look at the playoff bracket. If it is in here anywhere. Nope. What is this? Oh, the prospect tournament. Nope, let's go ahead and simulate at least to the first game we have and see who we got here. Versus, we're at home against the LA Kings. Stanley Cup previews. Don't need any of those. We're going to go ahead and see if the schedule is up now. Here we go. So we have Vegas and Dallas, Seattle, Edmonton, LA, and your Winnipeg Jets, Chicago, Nashville. Chicago made it in. Wow, that is very impressive. Toronto, Carolina, Rangers, Washington, Detroit, Boston, Tampa, and Florida. Let's have a look at our final stats. 10th in goals, 2nd in goals against, 1st in penalty killing, not too bad. Our data, we have that 1st and 2nd. Our harmony is pretty good. And our job security is up to an 86. This is a new goal I never even saw. Have a media relationship that is good or better by the end of next season. Well, it's at Open Warfare, and I really have no idea why. Because these are all positive and cheerleaders, so I don't know. Finances, we're at 733, about to skyrocket with these at least 2, hopefully 4 home games. If I remember anything, I will catch you back up in game number 1 of the playoffs versus the LA Kings.